welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I am here once again in the caverns where I died. I decided that is not the end of my heroic adventure, and that I shall experience more of what the kingdoms have to offer. Join me in part 2 of our quest line. We're gonna redo this. Oh, there we go. We are now live. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I died earlier, as you saw, abruptly, and I didn't want that to be the end of my adventure. I'm like, you know what? This chasm has a lot to explore to it. Let's continue forward. So, that is what we're going to do. We are going to continue our adventure. Now, this is just a really small detour. We're not actually going to complete the entire area here. This is late game content. Like, late game content. But is needed for the story. Ooh, there's flyer mavericks up there. Let's take these. Over there is the queen. Yeah, scary, I know. She is humongous. Nope, 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 nope. Maribel! Ah! Oh my, you know what? 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 We are just gonna do this really quickly because forget it, we're not killing all of them. We're just wanting to the queen. We're wanting to the queen and we're wanting out. Because I don't want Maribel dead and this is ridiculous. Heal up. Kill him, everyone. Let's go. Ah, Maribel! Heal up. Fight. Get this one. Okay. Fire upwards. Okay. The Undermother. An enormous creature emanates a formidable aura of power. Remember this fact that she's emanating power that's just like a evil code presence off of her body. Very important for the endgame. I don't know why. I never actually figured out that mystery. But it's important. And I'm like, yeah, I guess the signs were there. It's very weird. It's very, very, very weird. Anyways. Here you are, the unaware one. Through the eyes of my daughter, I saw you approaching. So, I crawled up from the depths to meet you. Why do you kill my family? Oh, shit. This thing is talking inside my mind. It is Xavier. It is literally Xavier. She laughs and hisses. I'm not inside your head. I can read most minds, but not yours. It is you, the one knowing my thoughts, actually. Yeah, that's great when, when you're told, nah, actually, I'm not reading your thoughts, you're reading your own thoughts. Oh, the Uno reverse card. Well, I am unaware of who you are. I'm afraid you wouldn't be in my best interest to answer that first question. As for the second, it's not easy. I guess my name's a good start. You can refer to me as Mommy. I rule the Mavericks. All of them are my daughters. So let me guess, I killed them and now you're pissed. No, of course not. I've seen over $7 million, and I advised them not to come close to the surface. I told them if they do, then they would be dead by those humans. Their deaths would make my others wiser. Well, what do you want to talk to me about? You have come to me too soon. You need to find the broken shards of destiny. When you realize that the shadows that are growing among us, then you'll come to me. Very well, have a good day. Hey, Mama!
Hey, baby.
And we're being blanked. Lovely.
I have a little bit of curry left and some rice.
Ooh, yummy, Mama.
I met up with someone.
Makes sense, makes sense. Alright, continuing forward. Well, that's all we had to do for the cave. Literally just late game content. But now that the quest is done, we can continue pushing forward. Back to our original quest of saving Tram. And we're jumped immediately. I swear. Okay. I'm trying to keep my partner alive here, and they set up an ambush outside of the cave. And it's like, well, whip.
So you're failing.
Yeah. Yeah. Remember, last time we were here, they were level 1. Now they are all level 4. Because our level has also increased. Now I gotta start pushing backwards on the start of day 3. It is a little hilarious that, for as realistic as the game is, they do still have a time, night and day cycle, but it's not really restricted. Like, you can adventure for a week and be fine. The only time the time comes into play is when you're accepting town quests. The goblins. Boop. But yas, Dave is just streaming over here. That's all I'm doing.
Go up and take a nap.
Mama tired. Tuck, get sleepy in your eyes. Get sleepy. Okay. Night, Mama. Gotta give you a hug. Hold on. Gotta come give you a hug.
I just put the curry in the fridge. There's 2 things in place. One full one. One half one. The full one I was gonna make shrimp fried rice later.
Sounds delicious.
But I'm just not feeling good right now. I got Grandma called me 3 times to tell me Auntie Rock is at her house, but I honestly I was running errands and I wasn't home.
Like, we don't want to deal with kids today.
No, I really don't.
But Mom, the squeamy! You want to get that squeamy!
I had that at the day of the funeral. That was Tuesday.
Anyways, so this is the Northern Mine. This is pretty much where the goblins have invested and called their home. I don't understand why they want the mine. I think it has to do with the gold and things. Goblins pretty much love shinies. But, you see this goblin over here that's guarding the prisoner? That is who we have to save. We're gonna come over here. We're gonna talk to him. Please, help me. I... Why should I help you? What? You heard me. Why should I help you? I have money, a ruby, at home. I'll give it to you. But there's no key to the gates. There's a mechanism somewhere in this room. Oh, I know. Look for it, Tram. So, he doesn't realize that we were sent to fetch him. Funny enough, if you intimidate the dude, later on when you talk to him, you can steal his ruby. It's needed for another quest throughout the game. Unless you find a ruby, then you won't have to steal it, but probably gonna steal it. Nah, I'm just kidding, that will mess up your reputation. So they have like a little reputation thing in this, where it's like, oh, he'll remember that or whatever it is, but never comes up. And if it does, it comes up very, very rarely. I'm gonna pick these up. We're going to return to the mine. I want to loot this place. There is a high chance of finding rubies and gems, and I will want to loot it. But I want to show you guys the largest party you can ever have in this game. Well, no, there is one more person you can add to the game, but if you do, you're basically a god. Her name is Gracinda. She is a lore keeper, and basically she joins your party because you have to kill this mini boss, like basically mini boss arch wizard, and if you do, you have to walk her outside of this tomb. It's really late in the game, and if you were to wait that long to complete this adventure, I would be impressed because that's just like, wow, way too many patience. But the most party I've ever had with me is a party of 5. Right now we're a party of 4, and I'm going to show you how to get the 5th party member. You come over here and you talk to Rodney. And there you go. After you talk to Rodney, you now have a party of 5. If you want to clear out the northern mine, but you don't have enough strength, I recommend pulling everyone with you, kind of like this, and it will help. Now we're going to sell our loot that we do not need. We don't need this, we don't need the shield, we don't need the swords, or the sword. I don't think this axe is better than mine. Let me check. It is... no, it's worse. So we're going to sell this one as well. We're going to sell this one as well. And then we're going to walk over here. We're going to organize this. Pop, pop, pop. Drop this in, drop that in. And we're good. We now have enough gear, if you would, quote unquote, to restock up on our supplies. So the first one, Tram, he'll leave you when you talk to the general again. Captain Whitewaters, because it makes sense. Whitewaters wanted us to retrieve his colleague, and if you bring the colleague to him, he'll disappear. Tram is always going to be level 1. Watney is going to be level 3, I believe. But their health is only like 5. They are all extremely weak. But you can do something that you probably wouldn't be able to do unless you had this many bodies. I'm going to show it to you. So there is not a secret area, but kind of a secret area to this cave. It is blocked and guarded by an imp demon, and it is extremely difficult. I have to trigger the trap, or they will literally pull it for us. So we're going to engage. I'm taking all the aggro because, you know, reasons. Now, we're going to basically kill these goblins on the side here. We're going to want to continue fighting. We want to heal up, keep everyone alive, topped up. And yeah, you can kind of see why this area gets hectic. There's so many. Heal up again. And now we're going to engage with the imp. If you're lucky, there's sometimes a ruby there, and sometimes they drop a fire dagger. If you can get your hands on a fire dagger this early on in the game, you're golden, man. And like that, Ronnie's dead. See, like I said, they have really, really, really low health. Yeah. Well, he died. He was supposed to get you just some cash. And Tram's dead too. As you can see, like I said, that's not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to engage them and then have them help fight you. You could also just accept the rewards. Once they're dead, is what it is. Can't get that ruby. I don't get the full quest line, but that was a secret room. Unfortunately, there was no treasure in that area. And because there was no treasure in that area, we're going to cheat a bit. We're going to reverse time. So we saw there was nothing in that area. It was just empty. Sometimes, if you're lucky, the game will spawn in a ruby, or they'll spawn in a dagger, or you'll get the rarer fire salts. You need 3 fire salts for later on in the adventure. You need that as a quest. So if you can get it early, that's really helpful. So because we couldn't find any, we're just gonna drop these people off. No reason not getting paid. You found him! You found him alive! Truly, you have done a great service for Lingerman. Thanks. Maybe you'll be the one. One day that may rid of us of these dreshed goblins. Here is your reward. So, you saw me being stole from on the middle of the road. Where did it go? Very well, I'll tell you what I know. Some traveler came to town a few hours before you. He bragged about becoming a witch, some prodigy, some inheritance. He mentioned going to Kingbridge first, and then New Grandlin. Good luck catching him first. He's long gone by now. And I'm like, huh. Well, now I know where he's at, and I'm gonna have to start moving. Sell this. We turn over here. I need red. Got it, bow. So here, we got Maribel and we got Bruno. Bruno is 150 because it's 50 per level. But it says right now my party is too many. You're only allowed to carry one person with you, which I think is really sad. I think if you had the money, you should be able to hire everyone. I mean, they die on you fast enough, so like, why not? Can I be of service? He wants me to get pieces of the flesh. We'll read what he says later. I'm gonna come back to the town, obviously. But I want to just do this little quest line here. And yeah, I think it's pretty tame, Not too much going on. I honestly think that for time-wise, I'm just gonna do 2 days worth of adventuring. 2 to 3 days. So I think every episode is gonna be like day 1 to 3, 3 to 6, 6 to 9. And I think I'm just gonna end it on every 3rd episode. I honestly do. I believe a day is 10 minutes. I believe it is like Minecraft ruling. I think every hour is 2 minutes? I don't know. Yeah, I think it's like a minute and 30 seconds is an hour in-game. I have to check. No, that doesn't make any sense because 24 hours would be 24 minutes. Time really confuses me in this game. I really should time and actually see, but heck if I know. Oh, what am I doing? I totally forgot I have my... over here, just not even using my spells. That's also part of why I don't like the might spell. I forget I have it. So before we advance any further, we are going to want to take one in... No, we're going to save it. So Watney's going to be like... Thanks for bringing me here. I have never survived by myself, but this place is smaller than I expected. I'm gonna lose money. So, I'll pay you 100 gold. I don't have more money than that. You're joking, right? You promised 250. I want 250. But it took us a couple hours to get here. Days, even. It's a rip-off. A rip-off, I tell you. Come on, I'll give you 120. Before you had 100. Now you have a 120. Why is your money suddenly going up, Watney? You said 250. I want 250. But the problem is, you see, I don't think I don't have that many coins on me. I won't be able to sell my seed quickly enough to pay you. 150. Watney, if you aren't gonna give me the cash, I'm just gonna take your seed from you. I'm gonna squeeze your sack and keep it for myself. Wait, let my sack go, please. Look, I already forgot I had some money in case of emergencies. Here, take the 250. You can't outsmart me, Watney. It's cold and damp and dangerous. Why did I ever come here? You tell me, bud. You tell me. So, that is how you get your money from the scammer. You just touch his sack and he gets really defensive. I don't know why. He feels that we are taking advantage of him, I guess. It's really weird, you know. But, nevertheless, we are now going to continue with our adventure. The areas I explored have only ever been the winos. I've been over in about 9x9 grid. So I really have never crossed the river from Kingsbridge. So pretty much think of this area on this side of Valencia is all that I have explored throughout my travels. But besides that, nah, a lot of this game is new to me. I won't act like I know everything. I know some of the basics. I know about the foundation where you just go around completing quests, getting money, earning a name for yourself, becoming a local hero, and you can talk to Tram. If you do, we had a deal. Give me the gem. I'm not gonna escort him right now. I'll escort him later if I cannot find a gem, because it's worth losing the reputation for that. We're going to sell our gear that we don't need. Again, just more money. Now that I have $1,000, I could finally start advancing the game state. So money is super difficult to come by in this game. Storage is huge. This is 4,000 gold, 10,000 gold. and 20,000 gold. As you can see, it's really expensive, but the first one is only 1,000. The reason I'm saving these golds is later on in the game, I'm going to have to collect them as an adventure target, and you're going to want these fire boots for fire protection throughout the game. Very important, and it's something I honestly recommend saving for. Orchids, I don't like. Typically, I would sell them. They're used to make potions, but like, unless you know what you're doing, it's not worth. Invisibility potions, I never use, and these you always want on you. So, let's bring these closer. And now we're gonna finally talk to the father. Welcome. Remember, I'm still waiting for those pieces of flesh. Let me ask you some questions, but of course, as a humble shrine priest, I try to answer any questions that the town brings to me. However, if you seek true knowledge, you should visit the High Temple. Oh, the temple is so beautiful and will send you on such a spiritual journey. Right. Who are the three exactly? They are the protectors of humanity. 100 years ago, they saved the newborn kingdom from the west, Ugagad, from the witches, Ugagag. Since then, they watched over us. They guide us. They led us in battle when they needed to. They were real beings, living gods that walked among men. Okay, but what I mean is, how are they? Are they human? Are they fairies? Giant? Where do they come from? Can I talk to them? Can I see your god? You should show more respect. The three are divine. They're divine beings. I understand your curiosity for much is unknown about them. I can tell, however, that two or more the wise is human-like, and tells I can't read. I can tell you about this much about the three. They are divine. Teramis the wise was human. The other two, Abaris and Navali, are vile from us. But still, the priests have powers. But still give us priests their powers. I told you before, I can't read. Keep that in mind. I do have trouble with it. Apologies. Tell Tomer the Wise. Have you ever seen him? No. The Wise lives in the Crystal Palace near the High Temple. Our Holy Queen often confers with him, and some of the exiles also receive his teachings. It is said that he changes a man's life with just one word. Can you answer more? I don't want to be rude, but this shrine, it's pretty small. A fair question. Here in Valencia, the common people mostly worship the three, but the nobles streak with the old imperial religion. They do not trust us so much, and do not allow us to build temples. Everybody here worships the three. And are there other cults and priests? Those are many, of course, cults, including the old imperial religion. But we, the priests of three, are the only ones that have divine power. We are the true religion. You can tell by our magic. We can heal the injured or destroy the undead. That is why most people in the kingdom pray to the three now, as we take action. Thank you for your teaching. So, if you didn't know, the three is what empowered us with the power of might. That is where our power comes from. We get the power from the three of them. I see it as warlocks. They're pretty much the warlock class of D&D. They get power from their deity. I say paladin when I first started because it mainly focuses on healing magic. But if the priest is true as to his word, as he said, then it means only one of them is human. The others are demons or some kind of otherworldly being. Now, this one you don't want to insult him. If you do, you make the game harder. So if you say, oh, he's supposed to be like roses, or, oh, why don't you go inside? Nah, this is calling him a coward, and this is insulting his belief. So it'd be like, oh, who are you? You know nothing, you imbecile. A millennium ago, the Underlord arrived when the century was overthrown. Interesting.
I'm a royal lore keeper. Our guild master sent me on a quest to investigate the disappearance of my comrade years ago. The case just barely came up. Hadrick is the first I traced, and the clues led me to this place.
A lore keeper of tales of old! It's an honor to meet you, sir.
Well, if you would be so kind as to explore the downstairs area, tell me the findings, I'll award you a 200 gold.
Right. Before I decide anything, should I know?
The undead are the most obvious threat, of course, dummy. But there's always traps and secret doors. They're talking about hidden libraries in each tomb, but none have discovered them.
Well, I'll do it, but maybe you have some equipment that you were going to use that was going to help you through this dungeon? You don't seem like the explorer type.
Indeed, I'm more book smart than brain smart. I mean sword smart! If you're going down there, you'll need to have this magical scroll. It's used one time, so use it well. It will detect traps and hidden doors, but the range is limited. Find me in Kingbridge when you're done.
Which, if you guys remember, Kingbridge is the first stop that Adrian is stopping by. But thank you, I shall find your lost lore seeker.
Perfect. Find me in Kingbridge. This place gives me the heebie-jeebies. There's no reason for me to say goodbye.
And like that, he just flat up abandons us. So, we are quest with finding his companion. That is, I call him Grant. Grant because, kind of like in school when you have to get your funding, your GDP, your government grant, if you would. I just see him as that. He is a means to an end. He is going to be how we get our information about our quest line. I know you can work with the three hands, which is the rival cult. So basically, it's so weird. They tried to do like a whole Romeo and Juliet kind of esque thing, where it's like, oh yeah, we are the people for good, but they are the people for bad. We share our knowledge with the public, they don't. Their knowledge they share with the public is only a fraction of what they learn. The lore keepers are really snuck up and snobby and only care about themselves. But I mean, once you're in with the lore keepers, you're in for life. As you see, any of their members that disappear, anytime they're held hostage or captured or anything, they send parties looking for them. And that's because there's so few lore members. It's a really tight-knit group. From how small the community is, they like look everywhere for their family members. But the whole thing with that is just sorry, mine is blinking. Blinking. Once the Golden Hand, the people they're fighting against, their whole gimmick, from what I remember, is that they give their knowledge to the common people, and the lore keepers look down on that because they believe that the common people will not know how to use that knowledge properly, and it's wasted on them. I don't know if I want to side with the Golden Hands or the lore keepers yet, but I will start adventuring the quest. I forget where to find the Golden Hands. It has been a while. Oh, I forgot to turn the lever. Pull the lever, Crunk! But, yeah. I also have to pull back and look for the hidden room. That. Sorry if I'm yelling. I don't know how loud, this actually is, so, I could be speaking louder than is needed, and if I am, I apologize. Actually, speaking of that, let me see. How is the volume? I always have to just check like one time or whatever it is. You know how it is, guys. It looks fine. Looks fine. I don't know why it's so cut down, but it's fine. It's fine. Oh, look, it's exactly different. I don't know why this one can be streamed in 10,000p, but whatever. Also, that's such a small screen. Why is it such a small screen? Hey, why is it so small? Oh, whatever. I don't understand streaming. If anyone knows how to work OBS, I would love the feedback. Be really helpful. I really don't know what I'm doing. Like, I am so lost. Like, not even funny. But I enjoy this game. And I also just like, I don't know if you guys ever, like seeing yourself, like, do things. I love watching things back. Wait a minute, why is there an echo now? Oh, that's why, okay. Apologize, I just realized there was a mini echo because the YouTube volume was playing. If that was playing the whole time, that would have been annoying. I'm going to die here. I am annoyed. Okay. Maribel, don't die. Maribel. Thank you, Maribel. Swear. I swear. I really just have to keep fiddling with the equipment until eventually it works. Last time I played this game, I was not able to find that lore book. The lore book on the body never spawned in, and I was fucked because it is literally needed to beat the game. At least that I know of. I don't remember where to find the golden hands. I know you can also work for them to get answers, but like, eh. Now we search over here. I know where some secret rooms are. I don't know all of them, but I know a majority of them. Like I said, in the first 9 areas. Anything besides that, complete mystery to me. So let me equip this one. Let me equip this one. Let me open this up. Let's use our potion. Let's take this. Let's equip this one, and then let's go to Gacinda. Equip this one to her. You do have a 7 sword. That is a 9. Can I use the dagger? Ooh, I can use the dagger. That's so much more damage. That is impressive damage right there. What is that, 14? Dang, dude. Alright, we're using the secret sacrament. And, that's for mages only. Mages is honestly the only archer class in the game. Like, I know they say, you can be an archer, quote unquote, as a rogue. If you want to play a ranger build, you have to play mage. That's all it is. Like, I don't know how that would work, because you need Gracinda to fight for you. I mean, it's possible if you keep healing her, but like, you can't heal her as a mage. You can use potions on your teammates if you just hover over their, whoops, wrong one. If you hover over their profiles here, and I click something like this, she drank the potion. So that is pretty much how you heal your partner inside or outside of combat, because it does pause when you open up the navigation menu. We're gonna come over here. We're just gonna return to him, get our money. Yep, there is the flesh is weak, and that is pretty much everything you can do for this town. Surprised it's only day 3. Well, I decided we're gonna go to day 6, so let's sell the rest of our loot that we don't need, which is boop. Boop. So little money. It's ridiculous how little money you actually get. And that one. The rest of it we can put in our storage for a rainy day. Yeah, gold is like copper in this game. It is ridiculous. It is actually not a lot in the slightest at all. It is very, very annoying. We're gonna keep these. We're gonna keep this out so I don't have to look for it again. And that is that. Most of the time you have no storage. Like, your storage in the actual story game has to go towards potions. Like, if you're not wearing potions, you can't go anywhere. You can't do anything. Anyways, so that is pretty much all there is to do in the beginning town. Unless you do quests. And I'll show you quests in a bit. Maybe when we get to the next town I can do a quest or two. It's one of those things where you just do it if you need gold and because you need reputation later on in the story. But I'm just like, I'll wait for now. I'm actually going to do something I never thought I'm going to do. I'm going to try to keep Maribel alive. I want to see how long I can have Maribel travel with us. Because I liked Encanto. It was really nice. It was a really beautiful movie. I don't know why. I saw it the first time with my family. Well, I know why, but what I'm going to say is I put it on a second time. So the first time I saw it with my family, really nice, really beautiful. I then put on a second viewing, or a second watching by myself, and it hit differently. Like, I don't know if it was because I was alone, if I was on my drugs or whatever it is. I have to take them because I have medication. I am partly disabled, is what it is, has to deal with it. But I take medication to deal with that. And so during one of my midnight, like, I was having a lot of pain in my chest, so I wanted to just take medication and take it easy. Anyways, besides the point, I put on Encanto, and I just started crying. Like, I don't know why. Like, that story hit me so differently than when I watched it the first time, and I don't know what it was. Anyways, this all being said, I kind of want to see how long I can keep Maribel alive. I expect her to die when I get towards the mini-bosses and later on in the game, but if I can keep her alive a week, that's pretty good, I say, at least for me, because I'm actually trying the story, I'm not just, like, skipping. This one, I do know you're going to have to buy these eventually, so it is worth buying 3, which is all my money, I know. We're going to need the fire salts, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to find them. Like I said, this game's really grindy, and it's all about the wear-drops, so if you can't find them, then you just have to do the work. We're going to talk to the Traveler more. I don't want to talk to him right now because, again, reading is difficult for little old me. But I figured the more I practice, the better I'll get, so, I guess reading this will help in a bit. Let's heal up, and now let's talk to the dude. Hello, Traveler. I'm looking for someone that's heading south to New Greenland. Are you heading that way? Well, if we recall what Captain Whitewater said, Adrian should be in this town, and I think he's heading to New Greenland, so yeah, we're planning to visit the capital soon. I am just a connoisseur, but for personal reasons, I can't travel south right now. I have to deliver this letter, though. I was thinking that maybe you can deliver it yourself? Why would such a thing interest me? Of course, there will be compensation. I'll pay you 100 gold if you deliver a message. A fair sum for such an easy job. Well, that's true, but how do I know it's gonna be there? You can just trust your leather with me. Yeah, no. How about you pay me something to cover the travel expenses? Very well. Here is 50 gold, plus the 100 gold you'll get when you deliver the letter. Thank you. You have to deliver it to Hooten. He can be found near the coast right before entering the big city. Don't shoot the messenger. Oddly specific, but alright. I will find Hooten. Pleasure doing business with you, my good friend. Equip. We're gonna sell one of these. We're gonna sell the boots. And sell the sword. Now we're going to equip. Boop. 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 We're gonna stop by our little vault over here. Chancellor, don't bother me. I'm not famous enough for the Chancellor. We're going to store the flour. We're going to store the salt. We're going to store nothing else because I believe he is over in this area. A drunkard. Can you spare a few coins? I can spare 10 coins. Hey, a generous soul! That makes true nobility. This is my lucky week. First the tavern guy, and now you. Tavern guy? He looked like a regular guy, but had an official letter saying he had a fortune waiting for him in the capital, an inheritance. He paid drinks for everyone, shouting, "Free drinks for all!" The girls were all over him. I'm gonna strangle that bastard. Nah, it can't be happening. My letter, my money. Too desperate. What a nice fellow. I'd love to meet him. Is he still in the city? Nah, he left south 4 days ago. 4 days? What? I've only been on my adventure for 3. So as you can see, the game wants you going slow. Like, he left to the south 4 days ago. Kingbridge, day 3. Must have been all that alcohol. He can't keep track of time. He wanted to see that money as fast as possible. Damn, I'd buy a whole tavern for myself if I had that kind of dosh, that kind of money. Alright then, a mysterious letter it is. I am sorry, but the shop is closed. My daughter Constantine was missing. By the gods, I can't even sleep at night. I'm losing my sanity. What happened? She's about your age, a very capable young woman, which can defend herself. She went south to the capital a week ago to purchase some herbs, but she never came back. If you can find her or what happened to her, I'll forever be in your debt. I'll investigate. Heading south. Interesting. Everyone seems to be heading south. So if you want to find information to quest, you can always just buy drinks. You spend a couple hours at the tavern drinking, you don't learn anything of interest. Sometimes, if you buy enough drinks for people, it will tell you, oh, you've heard a new information. You'd be like, oh, well, that's new information. So let's save the day. I'm going to talk to him.
You found poor Hedrick Vermange and his journal. Very well. Here's 200 gold for it. I hope this compensates you well enough. I have more work to do. Get back to me if you're interested.
Alright, Anton. Alright, Grant, what you got for me?
Hello, my friend. I have finally learned the fate of my second missing compadre, Zenial. He apparently went investigating local legends here in Kingbridge a year ago.
Tell me more.
There is a strange, fantastic civilization. We know very little about them, except that they built tombs. No bathroom in the tombs. Not even that. All we found was no cities, no castles, no temples.
Just their dungeons. Isn't that interesting? Alright then. Well, we'll keep an eye out for the missing lore keepers. Nothing else is going on here. Let's continue pushing forward. And we have a wizard over here. Jernard. Greeting, I am Jernard from White Tower. You know, I don't know what it is about all these people and their colors. You got White Castle, White Tower, White Guard, it's whatever it is. Greeting, I traveled far from the south. What brings you here? I am the sorcerer of Waver. The town is mostly due to research, but sadly, I was robbed of my belongings, and I need to return home and face failure. Maybe I can help you. Do you need... Oh, wait, who robbed you? A man called Adrian. He accompanied me on the road, but when I was sleeping, that son of a bitch, he did it to me too. There's no doubt about the magical powers that brought us together. Now I think it's a robber. I think you're looking forward to this, mere man. It's fine, it's fine. Anyways, maybe I can help you with some money. I'll never accept that. I'm a sorcerer. However, I can create you a magical item in exchange for 500 coins and some ingredients that will protect you. What do you need? A white wolf pelt, a small ruby, and a cloak of the wolf, along with 500 coins. I'll bring you those ingredients. So that there is telling you what you have to do. That's where you need the ruby for. And let's talk to Sister Azan, and let's just speak to everyone here, and then I think I will go on my next adventure. I think we'll end the episode here. I do want to see how long a time is, but I think it has been about 40 minutes, and I know it got cut up last time. But I do want to, so what do you call, keep these short. I don't want to go too long. So Sister Aida, why not? It's an A name. Can I be of service to you? In fact, yes. I cannot abandon my post, but I need someone to find out what happened to I can't pronounce that. Someone, one of her colleagues. He was on a quest to receive a valuable relic, a silver mace. He explored the desert for weeks until I received a letter from him. It was good news. He has recovered the mace and would arrive here in a couple of days, but the next night was vanished. But next night, I was visited in dreams by his restless spirit. I am certain that he's dead. I believe he died not too far from here. He has sworn to complete his quest, so his spirits will not rest until the silvery mace is returned. May this 3 guide your blade. It's an honor. What do you want to know? Are the 3 equal to gods, or are they mightier than a god? The Book of Moon teaches us that the 3 were once mortals, but altogether they ascended to godhood. They can't just be one of them without the other. So Arbaros might be the strongest warrior, but only because the other 2 exist. Arbaros, that's the god of war of the 3, right? So we know that one of them is human. Arbaros is the god of war. there is nothing divine about war, but yes, Abaros is a warrior, a champion of justice and defender of the innocent. He defeated the sorcerer queen Ugog and took her castle and took in her chest her evil spell of doom, which would have destroyed the whole kingdom. What has happened then? He is a god, so he did not die, but he grew weary. And left to find rest. It is said that Erebos meditates and heals somewhere in the highest peaks of the mountains, until humanity needs a champion once more. Why the temple is bigger? A fair question. Here in Valencia, the common people mostly worship the three, but the nobles stick to the old religion, which is the same thing that we learned before. And no, the Imperial has a large chapel, but it was utilized by the Miraculous 7 years ago. No one bothered to rebuild it. It seems one day old nobles flew a dead cult. Nowadays, I am glad that people are no longer fooled by such blasphemy. Well, thank you for your help. And now we have the last one, which over here is basically, he just wants to, the orcs are wanting to do an invasion, and they cannot leave the post. They are paid to literally guard the city. So I have to, warrior guild chain by one. Basically I insulted them. It's fine, I don't care enough to join the warrior guild. These orcs here are going to rush them, and we're going to have to kill the orc stronghold. The stronghold is located pretty close to here. It's only like 2 miles out. It's really, really, really close by. I believe if you're a clerk, you get to keep the silver mace. If not, then I believe you have to return it. And Maribel's dead. Alright, so I'm going to leave it off here. We'll continue for our revenge in the next episode. That has been Lightning Dragon. I really do appreciate you guys stopping by if you have again. If not, hopefully I can learn. Why did it? I swear my hand slips all the time. Hopefully we can learn a few more things, go on new adventures, and I can learn how to use the OBS more, because I don't know why it looks so small on the screen. Like, I don't know why there's a black border on everything. I know it's wrong with my video. I really don't, but I'll figure it out. This has been Lightning Dragon, and I'll sign off. Bye!